somebody's first introduction to you as a person, describe yourself and the role you kind of play within the scene here, what you got going on.
So I don't consider myself like a manager as much as I used to. And I need to make that more clear because I used to be so gatekeeping with other artists, like artists tap in. I was borderline like pushing them away, and I realized that like if I go about it and don't put so much like personal into the managing and just make it more business, I can work with a lot more people. I want to open up to all different artists because I feel like if I can solely lock in and just develop, I think we can go way further. And that's why Elion, who I assume he's still in here, he's going to help me do that.
You met Mike Tyson, posted a picture with the GOAT back on May 10th. So where'd you meet him and how was that interaction?
That was in Minnesota. They did like a promotion for the Jake Paul fight, which still has been postponed. It was dope. And when I met him too, I was like, it was not like a long interaction, but it was a decent interaction. I went up to him like, oh, what's up, Mike? I'm happy to see you. I came from Green Bay to see you. And he said, from Wisconsin, but imagine that in his voice. How insane that sounded. He was like, Wisconsin? You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't do his voice that well, but
looking at the future here a little bit, 5 years out, where do you want to be? Where do you want your endeavors to take you here?
There's a lot of lanes I feel like this could go. One lane is I get one of my artists signed to like a major label. I had that's one lane I could see myself going. Another lane I could see going is if this betting really goes the lane I think it will. Maybe really hinging more on that, and then obviously any of these other little things that I've been talking about in between.
Welcome to CWHipHop, your home for Wisconsin hip hop. I'm your host DJ Bank. Podcast episode 131. We have special guests here, Lil Gutt. Thanks for making it in, man. Drove up from Green Bay. How was the drive?
It was decent. It's just, you just drive straight.
It's pretty boring drive, honestly.
Yeah, freeway. You just play some music. I brought a couple of my homies with, so we just were talking the whole way, and that was pretty much it. We actually pulled into a Quick Trip, and there was hella traffic in this Quick Trip parking lot for no reason. We actually had a Boy Scout dude in a little trailer in the back cut me off, so I was honking at him for a little while. I was like, you no way you're a Boy Scout and you cut me off. Like there's something's gotta change here.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts ain't what they used to be.
Yeah, right. I was complaining for a good 10 minutes. I'm like, come on now, you can't be the Boy Scouts and be on this.
Bad representation.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you go ahead though, after you drink a water, shout out your socials. Where can everybody follow you at?
At Lil Gutt on Instagram. I don't really be on TikTok, but Lil Gutt on there. I got a lot of content coming on there, so like at the moment I'm not active, but give me like a month, I'll be very active. And then YouTube, Lil Gutt. That's about it.
All right, yeah, go give him a follow. We'll take him on all our posts if he's got a platform over there, so definitely drop him a follow. But make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram at CWHipHop. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram at BVNC925. We want to shout out a couple of sponsors here real quick. CWHipHop is working with Reverb Music Festival in Eau Claire, Wisconsin to promote their 2-day event Friday, August 16th and Saturday, August 17th. Friday we'll have some major hip-hop headliners like T.I., Trick Daddy, Twista, Young Jock, Mike Jones, and Bubba Sparks. Saturday we'll have some major punk, pop punk, alternative rock headliners like Yellow Card, Story of the Year, Hawthorne Heights, and more. There are single and 2-day passes available, as well as some camping options, so make sure you guys check out reverbwi.com. That's REVERBWI.com for more information on that. Thank you to our sponsor for helping make this interview possible. We have Chop Shop Barbershop down in Plover, Wisconsin. Make sure you guys stop by there for a unique experience while getting a fresh haircut. You can also schedule your next appointment at the Garage Theme Barbershop in Plover by finding a link on our homepage at CWHipHop.com, and also follow them on Instagram at Our Chop Shop Barbershop. Tell them that CWHipHop sent you to receive the best experience. Also, thank you to our Patreon listener tier, Tracy Jankowski. If you want to join her, you'll get a 10% discount on our shop, CWHipHop.com/shop, and we'll shout your name out on every live DJ and podcast. If you want to join her, go to patreon.com/CWHH to join today. As you can see, we do have the question for our IGTV chat right above us here. This week's question is, money on the table, who's the next to blow up from Wisconsin? Let us know. We'll get your answers written in the notebook here. I'm going to be reading those off in a little bit here, so you got a little bit of time if you want to join in on the conversation. We go live every Sunday at 5 p.m. if you want to join in on Instagram here. Otherwise, when we re-upload to Spotify, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, you can put your answers in the comments there as well. We appreciate all the engagement. A couple of other sponsors we want to help that help made this interview possible. We have Elusive 47 Entertainment. He has all of your artist promotion needs, including photography, videography, digital editing, album artwork, custom social media promotions, beat productions, and more. Make sure you follow him on Instagram at Elusive_Eagle and check out his YouTube channel at Elusive 47 Entertainment. Also, thank you to our sponsor, Halliewood Entertainment down in Milwaukee. They help with many different forms of art in the city, from movies, music, live events, and more. They do have their fall Jam Fest coming up here in September. Make sure you guys check that out. We'll be promoting that more coming up here as well. But it's a great event, so make sure you guys don't miss that down in Milwaukee. We also have our sponsor, Garke Global. He has all of your media needs covered, from custom graphics, new logos, cover arts, photography, videography, music videos, drone footage, and much more. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel and follow him on Instagram at Garke Global. That's Garke Global. And then also thank you to Halliewood Recording Company. They have built a premier recording studio in Chippewa Valley. It's about 10 minutes north of Eau Claire. Their slogan is small town, big sound, and they definitely deliver on that. So definitely hit him up if you're in the area, or he can also work over the internet. So hit him up on Instagram at Halliewood Recording Company. That's Hallie Wood Recording Company. Some new music in Wisconsin hip hop we want to let you know about. We have our new post every Monday, so make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. We have our upcoming Wisconsin hip hop post every Thursday, so if you want to get added to those, you just have to make hip hop music in Wisconsin. DM us on Instagram at CWHipHop, or fill out our form at the bottom of the website, CWHiphop.com. Just scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll be able to find it there. But a couple songs we want to let you know about. We have Big Fat Tony with Yo Tengo Z-Mix, Vinny Cincotta with Locals, Trey Lampkyn with Can't See Myself, and Dubb with Chapter 24. We do have our next interview with Elusive 47. He's coming in on July 28th, so that's going to be 2 weeks from now, so make sure you guys are here for that. A couple of concerts we want to let you know about. We have Friday, July 19th at 8 p.m. The Passion Park Experience is back with their monthly show. They're going to have Masadi, Tiny, Joshua Jenkins, Noor, and more. They're going to be at the Brahman Cafe, as always, down in Milwaukee. 21 plus event, but that is a free entry to that show. If you want to check out more, a ton of shows in the state here, go to CWHiphop.com/concerts to find more. And if you want to get added to that website or have a shout your show out on the show here, make sure you DM us a picture of your flyer or email it to CWHipHopRMB@gmail.com. Well, that's all we got for announcements here. If you guys did put your answers in the comments here, we're going to be putting those in here real quick. But this week's question, money on the table, who's next to blow up from Wisconsin? We got a lot of answers here, so I'm going to double check here. Let's see. It's Elon? Is that who your manager was?
Elion.
All right, he says, I'm just better. I don't know if that, is he an artist as well?
He makes music, but that's my kind of catchphrase. I'm just better.
Okay.
It's actually one of the things we're working on for one of the merch lines.
Oh yeah.
So he kind of leaks.
He's leaking. Okay.
He's leaking a little bit, but yeah, that's So yeah, he likes to say that a lot.
Okay, and I see his answer down here a little bit more, so we got that in here. All right, that's all we got. So we're going to be going over the answers in the chat here for money on the table. Who's next to blow up from Wisconsin? Starting off, we have All Terrains with himself, putting money on himself there. All Terrains. Honcho Gang with Lil Saucy. TR1 with at Frank4Benz84. We have Gage with Dubsack. Big Fat Tony with Big Fat Tony, another bet for himself. MKE Direct with Steve the Stoner. Boggs with Ace Wild. Elion with T Woods. And Lil Gutt, who'd you pick here?
I said AMD, and I said it earlier, but I'll say the same reason, because he's got the sound that's hot now. His music obviously really good. That's obviously the reason why I said it. And he's got already one EP with multiple industry features. He has another EP coming out with more industry features, and he's got the marketing aspect down. And with music, it's 95%, or if you want a career in music, it's 95% marketing and 5% skill. And you obviously got me in the corner also helping the marketing. So that's why I think that. But I mean, I work with plenty of other artists who definitely, it wasn't like this was just like a snap the finger choice.
You pick one. There's a lot out there, though.
Yeah, I said right away to him, like, can I only pick one? And I was like, that's who I did pick. But there's plenty of others who could beat him to the punch. I don't think it'll just be one person either. I think there's multiple.
I think, yeah, it's slowly heating up. There's going to be a couple that get some eyes on them that going to be taken out of the state here.
There's a lot of people that have to accept the fact that, like, I'm not saying talent don't matter at all, but I said 5%. So if it's only 5% of 100, that's obviously not the most important thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of artists out there. You got to break through the noise sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Real quick, I went with Dubsack here. Just being his sound's kind of unique. I think it's unique in a sense that he's standing out from the crowd. Just getting out of state, doing shows outside of the state. I think that's huge. You know, got to get in front of other audiences and whatnot. So I'm going with Dubsack this week. But appreciate everybody who did put their answers in the chat here. We are going to be having a new question next week, so make sure you join us Sunday at 5 p.m. over on Instagram for our question next week here. But I think that's all we got for announcements. Are you ready for this interview, Gutt?
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
All right. So first off, thank you for making the drive over here to the new CWHipHop studio. First time being in this one.
My third interview and third different spot.
Yes. We are nomadic over here.
Yeah.
But you drove from Green Bay. Good drive over there. Pretty straight. You said nice weather today. I mean, yesterday was kind of shit, but turned out.
I like hot weather. So for me,
do?
that's one thing that's really weird. A lot of people I'm from Iowa originally, so even like humidity, it's really humid there. So like for me, like it takes a lot for me to be like, oh, I don't like this weather. Like for the most part, the only thing I don't like doing is taking pictures of hot weather. So like if people want to like set photo shoots or do stuff, I don't like that. Just I'm like real particular with my pictures.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah. So to me, like, you know, it takes a lot for me to say, oh, it's hot out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how you coming? How you feeling coming into this interview? Yo, third one. I mean, not a new artist here or anything like that. So
yeah, no, I always look forward to doing stuff like this, just talking. But this will be my favorite interview of the 3 I've done because, not to sound selfish, I'm talking more about me. And I kind of told you that going into this when we were talking. I was like, I want to talk more about other stuff, not just artists. And I'm more willing to talk. If we talk only about artists, I won't be upset. But I want to talk about a lot of other stuff I'm doing because I'm doing lots and lots of stuff. And when I first did my first interview and the second one, I told you kind of I had a lot of other stuff I wanted to do and coming. But at that time, I didn't have the stuff. It was just what I want. Now I actually have the stuff. And I have a lot more stuff coming.
Yeah, well, we definitely got a Gutt interview here, so we're going to be focusing more on you and what you got going around here. So just want to kind of start off, you know, this is one of our more important questions we ask everybody who comes in, and that's how did you come up with your alias or artist name, Lil Gutt here?
So when I first moved to Wisconsin, because I moved here in 2013, when I was a freshman in high school, started high school, everyone, when I lived in Iowa, called me Philip, my actual name. So I was never Gutt this, Gutt that. It was, Gutting's my last name. And one of my friends in football, he called me Gutt for short, and then the coaches kind of picked up on it because I play football, and it just kind of stuck from there. And my favorite artist, because there was a point where there wasn't like a manager, promoter, business aspect. I wanted to be a rapper. Like everyone else on here, that's what I wanted to be, and that's what I was doing. So my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne, and still is my favorite artist of all time. So I took the Lil, I took the Gutt, and I just
put it together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so that's just kind of how it stuck. And yeah, that's basically how I came up with it. But it's funny because when everyone, you know, calls me Gutt, but like until I moved here, no one called me that. That was never a thing. People just call me by my normal name. But I mean, when you've been Gutt since 2013, you know, and then the Lil Gutt alias kind of, I think it started in 2015, 16. So I've had it for a long time.
Been a minute, yeah.
Yeah, but most people don't. There's not a lot of people be like, oh, what's up, Lil Gutt? Like that. Only like people who like complete rams are like. I have people run to me in the mall. My friend Taylor's here right now. He can attest to it. He can yell it too and attest to it. We've walked in the mall or wherever we're at, and complete strangers will send me a video of me on Snapchat, just a video of me, and send it right to me. And I'll be walking and I'm like, bro, I don't even know who this guy is. And just send it to me.
That's kind of wild.
And then people go up to me and go, what's up, Lil Gutt? And when people say, what's up, Lil Gutt, that's when you know they're like, they don't know me at all. Like, these are just complete random people. And like I said, my homie Taylor, he can attest to it because there's been times, bro, where it's been borderline kind of scary to me. Because I'm like thinking, like, damn, what if like someone just like presses me for no reason? Like, I'll just be walking the mall, just scroll my phone, and I just get slapped upside the head or something. No, not trying to give anyone ideas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
don't put that out there.
Yeah, right. But like he's been with me, and this is not like a 1 or 2 or 3. This has happened probably in the double-digit times. Like a lot. One time I was in Lambo in the atrium. So you go inside Lambo, there's a pro shop atrium. I was walking the atrium on my phone, looking down, and someone on Instagram recorded me like a boomerang shot, and then added me, and then posted on Instagram. I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Wow.
I did repost
you got that
it.
Celebrity status going already.
I don't want to say that because that's a little much, but at least in the local area, like if I go outside, like my other homie Blaze is here, we'll go to a bar and we just know at some point we're gonna run to people. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be a thing.
And like the last time I went to a bar, there's some random dude went up to me. He's like, "Yo, Gutt." They call me Gutt. I didn't know him. He's like, "Bro, I have your merch from 2020. Bro, can I take a picture with you?" Last time I went out, this is probably a month ago, because I don't really go out to bars much. And just boom, take the picture. It's definitely rewarding. It's definitely cool. I'm not complaining about it by no means.
Yeah.
The only thing concerns me is like, people are crazy. Obviously, we saw what happened yesterday. Trump. People are crazy.
People are crazy.
I don't want someone just randomly out of nowhere just, you know,
being weird.
I'm not saying so I couldn't, you know, fight back some, but you know, you're walking in a mall and just sitting there scrolling your phone, you just get whacked upside the head, and not much you can really do from there.
Right. Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy, the attention you're getting there. So we are going to be talking about the book that you have coming out. But first, I do want to talk a little bit here. If this is somebody's first introduction to you as a person, describe yourself and the role you kind of play within the scene here, what you got going on.
Yeah, and I'm more, like I said, I'm more willing to talk about any of my artists, any of that stuff. It's not all about me, and I just want to make sure I talk about everything. So I don't consider myself like a manager as much as I used to. And I need to make that more clear because I used to be so gatekeeping with other artists, like artists tap in. I was borderline like pushing them away, and I realized that like if I go about it and don't put so much like personal into the managing and just make it more business, I can work with a lot more people. But the problem isn't me, is I'm like really close with all my artists, so then they sometimes we'll be like, oh hey, let's link up, let's plot, and the next thing you know, like we're not even talking about business, we're sitting there hanging out. And that's one thing I struggle with really bad, is I do get really close to people, and like I make it more than just like a business relationship, I make it like a friendship too. But I want to open up to all different artists because I feel like if I can solely lock in and just develop, I think we can go way further. And that's why Elion, who I assume he's still in here, he's gonna help me do that. And he used to make music, and he's always been interested more in the business side of it. So he's kind of like the guy who's gonna help me with this. Because if he can keep me on track, keep everyone else on track together, then I think we can go like way farther. Then I can expand more, not just work with just the same people that I work with.
Oh yeah, expand that horizon a little bit for sure. So what year would you say that you started, managing artists, hosting shows, or just being active in the music scene? And or what inspired you?
I started hosting parties. That's what kind of really started. I started playing around music in 2016, I want to say. I started playing around with it. And then 2018, around then, I want to say, 18, I started hosting parties. Not like crazy, but that. And then 2018, 19, I got into shows. And then from there, it's just been so really heavy since 2019. But 2018, I started.
So pre-pandemic, even, you were.
Yeah, I was the guy doing shows during the pandemic.
Oh damn,
I was one of those.
All right.
Those are some of my favorite ones, but
yeah.
I mean, I was doing shows
more
in Milwaukee.
More of a speakeasy kind of thing, gotta keep it hush hush.
Yeah, I got. I was doing shows in Milwaukee, Green Bay. There was a club called Club 920 before it shut down, and it was getting sick towards the end, I'm not gonna lie. But it was like I did I think 8 Fridays in a row or something. Taylor, how many Fridays was that in a row? It was getting sickening.
Probably like 4 months.
Maybe he's saying longer than that. It was bad. Every Friday, and this was during COVID. I was just putting on. I was the first one. They had a side room and they had a main area. I was the only one. I don't want to say the only one, but I know for sure the first one that did shows in the main area, packing that room.
Damn.
And it was funny too because some of the artists I'd have headline weren't even 21. It was a 21 plus place, just rocking these shows. So
wow.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so you're in the thick of the shit.
Yeah, like I said, that's why when I really say I was been doing this stuff for a long time, that's why I say it, because I have been.
Yeah. So did you have a goal when you started? Anything?
Yeah. So when I first did it, like first with like just because I first was hosting shows and I managed one artist. The one artist that I managed doesn't even really make music no more. And then my second artist was Monte, which I still work with. But I just wanted to just work on one artist. I kind of just wanted to be a promoter, and like the manager was just like, oh, I'm just gonna put this artist on shows and kind of help him. But then the managing took over so much that it turned to that. But my goal still is to get one of my artists a plaque. But I would say I'm more passionate as a promoter. But I mean, I'm passionate in everything. I used to be just so only working with just my artists and just these shows of just my artists. But now it's like I'm willing to do a lot of things. And I'm willing to work with lots of different people, which I wasn't like that before. And I feel like that limited me a little bit. But I feel like it was also not a bad idea because the artists I was working on, the stuff I was doing was working. But now it's like, okay, it's working, but like there's just more opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I do have kind of a two-part here. I want to ask your top 3 artists, but I want to do, maybe a local and then your all-time top artist.
Okay, all-time I can do like this.
All right, let's do top 3 right off.
I'm not putting any Chicago artists on the list that I like and affiliated with, or that are like FBG Duck, any of those, just because I consider them friends. So I want to leave them off of it. So I'm not leaving them not on the list, but I'm just leaving them off because of that. So number 3, Gucci Mane.
Okay.
Number 2, Rick Ross. Number 1, Lil Wayne.
All right.
And I had that
That's a good list.
submitted in my brain. Obviously, some other artists are kind of like around there. Future, Young Thug, Kodak, Youngboy. Definitely all around there. Youngboy's a hard one because I damn near only listen to Youngboy for a while now. I do listen to other people, but that's like submitted like daily. But it's hard for me because I've been listening like Gucci Mane, Ross, and Wayne so long. That's like, can I really like make them jump them? I don't know. That's kind of hard for me to say.
Yeah.
And then you said 3 local artists?
Yeah, 3 local. Top 3 local.
I don't really like ranking them because it's like...
No order, but like if you're like... We had the question, who's the next to blow up? But maybe your personal.
Monte. I've worked with him the longest, and I think as a making songs, he's the best of all of them. Simply like there's different categories. There's people who are really good rappers and good song makers. Like Montana 300 is probably like in a sense of rapping, is probably one of the best rappers over here. But like I'm not saying bumping his music. There's difference.
Yeah.
There's different things. So Monte, AMD, because I already mentioned him earlier. And I'll say, brothers, it's hard because I have so many of them. So I'll just pick one off the list and not to leave anyone else off. I'll say Cully, just because I think, like I said, talent-wise, like he trumps damn near anyone else. But I mean, bro, like when I say that, I could have took them all off and said 3 different people.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not really.
In your mind, yeah.
Really, it's not even like it's them 3, to be honest. It's just those are 3 I picked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Kind of quick off the top, just see what you got on the front there.
Yeah.
So do you have any passions or hobbies outside of music or setting up events?
Yeah, my biggest passion's football.
Football, okay.
So like I like football more than music.
Yeah.
So
yes, see you doing quite a bit with the Packers. There was a camp you were coaching with.
Yeah, I did the AJ Dillon camp, and then I coached a U10 through 12 football team with my homie Hayden, and we did that. But yeah, like if I honestly, this sounds bad saying it's a music podcast, but if I had the opportunity to play professional football, I would throw all this out the window.
Yeah.
Just be honest. That's my
that's been your answer the last times you come in, so
yeah,
it's true. I've heard it multiple times. So yeah, football has always been your top one.
Yeah, I love watching it. I love playing it. I love playing Madden. I love everything about it, betting on it. Every aspect of football is like king to me. And like basically I told all my artists when I started working with them to this day, don't call me on Sunday. Like I'm not gonna hit you back. If you talk, I don't care what it is, I don't care how important it is, like being realistic, I'm not gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
Or if I do, I'm like, all right, bro, like 5-minute call during halftime. But even then, I'm probably still not gonna hit you back. I'll just flip a different game on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, football. 100%.
Yeah, you gotta take that day off sometimes and do what you.
It's hard though during football season when I'm really trying to dedicate. Because it's like okay, because I watch college football too. So Saturday's college day, Sunday, then you have Monday night football, Thursday night football. But I try to be like,
what's the one off day? Is it Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. You get Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Sometimes Fridays, but there's some college leagues or college games are on Fridays. But I'm passionate about college, but I'll take a call unless I was playing. That's the only school I'm like I'm watching that no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
So one thing too, you've been working out recently, no? Since last time you were.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what my weight was when I was here because I've been here, gone. But when I was in November, I was 249, 50 pounds. I got bigger for sure. I got real comfortable. And I honestly think the biggest reason why I got bigger was gambling. And I know that kind of sounds weird. Is because like I would be in the casino so long. And then after the casino, I'd go eat like Quick Trip. Or I'd go, oh, I won this much money. I'm sorry, I'm going to eat this. Or whatever it is, just not prioritizing other things. And since November now, I'm like, I don't know exactly what my weight is because I don't weigh myself every day, but I'm probably like 193 pounds.
Nice.
And I fluctuate between 190 and 198, so I definitely look a lot better and feel a lot better. And actually, right now, after this, we're gonna eat one last meal. Me and my homie Taylor, we're going on a 1 week fast.
Okay.
So we're not gonna eat.
Luck.
Yeah, we're not gonna eat for a whole week, so it's gonna be interesting.
What's the rules with that? Like black coffee only, water?
I've never drank coffee before.
No coffee. Okay.
I've never tried it before.
Oh shit, you've never tried coffee, period.
Yeah, I've never tasted coffee, so that'd be just weird.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact about me: I've never drank like alcohol before in my entire life. So I've never sipped a beer. I've never sipped wine.
You moved to Wisconsin and you never got peer pressured into drinking beer.
People try. I've never smoked before. I've never hit a vape. So I'm like my body for the most part. I mean, my only guilty thing that I can say like, oh, I do this is like I grape Sour Patch Kids.
Is that your kryptonite?
Yeah, like grape Sour Patch Kids or pink Starburst. But no, I've never drank, smoked, never hit a vape, and never drank coffee. No, and everyone might say don't believe me, and I'm always like, why would I lie about that? Like honestly, people look at me weird. It's not like people like give me pats on the back, but like two of my friends right here who've been friends with me for 10, 11 years, you can ask them, they know that for a fact. I never have, and I really have no aspirations of either. And it's not
at this point why even start.
Right. It's not like I'm against it either. Like I've dated girls who do that, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm friends with people, of course. You know what I'm saying? But like it's just not what I do. I grew up in a family, not like my inner family, but my outer family, hardcore alcoholics, like hardcore. Like I'm talking like I see my uncle drink like 80 beers. And you're thinking 80 beers. No, I'm serious, like 80 beers. Like he would stack it from the adhere to the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, competitively drinking these people.
Jeez.
And like just a lot of stuff like that. I'm just like, I'm not trying to be the next in this line.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Good to recognize that.
I'm pretty disciplined as a person overall. I mean, obviously I have my things that I like, but like if I say nah, I'm not doing that. 'Cause trust me, people have tried everything they can to get me to drink or smoke or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And that's just not what I plan on doing. And
Yeah.
I'm a really money based person. I really try to focus and prioritize on ways to make money in different ways, and just I'm not trying to be just I don't know, I'm trying to win in life. That's just the simplest answer, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not the way to win in life, you know.
Well, speaking of winning, you'd mentioned that you had been gambling. You see you in the casino with Snapchat stories every once in a while. Bets online. So what you got going on there?
No, I mean I've been gambling since probably like 2020, I want to say. And like obviously I take losses like anyone else. I'm not gonna sit here and say I've never lost, probably lying, but I'm definitely I definitely love it. Sports gambling though. Like I will stand on this, and they will agree that I talk about gambling football like every day. I swear to God, I'm the messiah of gambling football. I wholeheartedly think that I'm like the chosen one of this. I think I will. Like I think I could quit everything I do in life right now and just bet on football. I would be that in life. Like I wholeheartedly think that, and I think this is gonna be the year I'll do better than any other year. But yeah, no, I love table gambling. Obviously, I like sports more, but Baccarat's my favorite game. If I had to say one game, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you went to one of my birthday things.
I was at the casino with you once. You were sitting at what was that, roulette?
Yeah.
Digital table. I think.
Yeah, the old auto roux before they changed it. They changed it now.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so I only play the actual tables now, not the auto. I'm pretty sure I won a decent amount. I won a decent amount of money the night I was with you, didn't I?
I think we might have dipped out a little early.
Yeah, I think
we threw in like $60. I think.
I think I made like 700 or 800. Cause I think I was with Garke at the end, and he was trying I was trying to like yell what numbers to bet on, and like he couldn't hear me, and he bet like the wrong numbers, something tragic like that, and it cracked. I was like, let's go. But yeah, like they can attest the old roulette they used to have at the casino. Like you used to be able to crack that. It was kind of like there was something with it. I had a weird pattern. I can say it now because I used to kind of gatekeep it. Like whatever I would bet on the number, and I'd look at the pattern and whatever number it hit before. So like you bet on red 36, and if it hit red 36 before, it seemed like the numbers would repeat earlier in the pattern. I don't know if there was something wrong with the software. I think that's why they got rid of it. So I would be like, oh, last I hit red 36, hit red 27 before. So I bet on the number 4 and after. Oh shit. And it would hit a lot. And
did you ever get kicked out of a casino for winning too much?
I haven't been kicked out, but I've definitely been moments, especially in my homie Blaze, where like the pit boss is just hawking them the whole time, and basically, yeah. I try to. There's definitely been some awkward. I've actually on Bovada, which I do my sports betting on. They've sniped some of my bets, made my bet limits lower, so I can't bet so much money on it. So they definitely limit me in that aspect.
Damn, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, so I know a couple of homies who I put onto that, and they've said the same thing where they had to like make a secondary account and all that. So like they'll catch on to you for sure because they don't want people winning.
No, of course not. Why would they?
And I can tell you, especially my homie Blaze, like we'll walk in together, and I wholeheartedly feel like the tension, the action in the room feels different. Like they look at us like. I feel like everything. Oh, they're here. Like I can feel it in the
flip
room.
the switch.
Yeah, right. And it'd be feeling weird sometimes. Like there'll be times where he'll be playing craps, and like he won't notice because he's too locked in. I'll be like, bro, there's like 3 people staring at you right now. Like these people are staring at you right now. Like I don't know, man. I got a lot of stories of that, but I don't like to talk too much about that kind of stuff. Also, just because I feel like. I don't know, man. I don't know how tapped in these people are on me. I want them watching this.
Giving away. Yeah, you don't want to be giving away all your tricks there.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So what have been some of your daily motivations with everything? You know, wake up. What do you just getting?
Oh, my routine in the morning.
Yeah, just you know.
So
inspires you.
Yeah, actually, I have a really good routine right now. So I wake up about 7:45, 8 a.m. every day. I go lift. My homie Blaze with me. I lift with him every morning. We lift probably 45 minutes an hour. Probably not an hour much, probably 30, 45 minutes. But it's intense the whole time. It's not like, you know, it's getting right to it. After that, we hit the sauna for 20 minutes at 170 degrees. So
Damn.
it's
That's pretty intense.
very, very intense. 170 degrees, 20 minutes. Then after that, we kind of sometimes we'll go to a lake after that and we'll like toss the ball around. We'll plot. Sometimes we do our separate things for a little while. And then lately, not every day, but we've been then link up our second workout. We'll hit a bike and then we'll hit the sauna a second time. So that's kind of been our thing. And then obviously in between the whole time we'll be plotting, putting different things together. But like that, the 8 a.m. 7:45 lift sauna, that's been like intact for a while now.
What do you like about the sauna? I guess I've never tried one myself. So
no, I love it. We actually just bought a sauna.
I saw that.
Yeah, we just did. So we can have it. And yeah, no, it's just something about it. It clears your mind. It's also a room where you can't really have you can bring your phone there, but I would suggest it. You know, you just, and the whole time we're in there, we're always talking about, you know, different ways to make money, different things we can do, or sometimes we don't always be talking about that. Sometimes we be talking about whatever. Sometimes when you're in there 15 minutes, half the time you're just kind of have your head on your hand like this. You're trying to survive.
Yeah.
You're just trying to survive. But yeah, it's just, I feel like it's the only time where I can just completely just lock in, because I'm addicted to my phone like everyone else is.
Right.
I'm on my phone all the time. I'm always, you know, and not for the most part, like I said, I'm productive, but sometimes I'm not, you know, and that's the one time where I feel like I can just completely lock in and focus on everything I got going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to get one for the crib. So now it's like, I also wanted to hit it like right before I go to bed, because I did hear that sauna is really good for sleep.
Yeah.
So that'd be something nice, because I do struggle sometimes to sleep at night because I'd be just sitting here in my own thoughts thinking the whole time. So
yeah,
kind of something else for that too. So
nice. How long you been sauning then?
A
couple of years. It just started.
Couple of years, but like really like consistently this year for sure. But even last year I was fairly consistent. But it's it'll be easier now having it obviously, because we have like a plan, like the windows you can see right through them. So we're gonna have a TV out there. So like we're gonna have plots going while we're in there, so it'll make it even better to be in it.
Nice. Yeah, manage that time well.
Yeah, no, like we have some whiteboards we're getting ready to write down our sports bets, because we're really taking it serious this year. Like we're trying to make this into a point where it's like, you know, like this could be a format to present to people where people can buy in fully into this, because I can sell my picks. I have people ask me, but I want a format where I can be like, this is a whole year. This is every bet I got right, wrong. This is how much I netted. This, here you go.
Do you keep like a journal or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so you like write down.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so but I want it like formatted really professionally, and like so I can present this big. This is what I did in college football and pro football. This is all the bets I won and lost. Every bet, volume, size. You want in on this is how much you gotta pay me if you want in.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah. And I'll send you everything. So.
So moving on here, who are some of your favorite artists that you've worked with, either recently or over the years? I mean, kind of talk
that
about
I've met or actually worked
that you've worked with.
Like locally or
yeah, whoever you worked with. I mean, if you got some big names that you want to shout out to,
I'll just stick to locally because that's a little easier. Because like worked with is a loose term when you get to the big artists. Like I've done certain things, like I've worked with this show, met them, or I've done like these little things or done this, but like full on work. When I consider worked, I mean that's something I work done multiple things with. AMD is definitely one of my favorites, obviously, and that's someone I've been really striving and pushing. Monte's probably my favorite to work with just because I worked him so long, and it's kind of like I could not talk to Monte for 2 months. We wouldn't, but I couldn't, and we'd just be able to just jump right back on the same path.
Yeah.
There's one artist, his name is Big Lotion.
Big Lotion,
and he's a Cincinnati artist I work with. He's one of the few artists I actually really work with out of state, and he went on tour with Riff Raff and a couple other people that, and you know I like
big Riff Raff fan. Yeah,
I'm a big Riff Raff guy. So and you know I'm clicked up with all their. I know the manager, I know him, I know that whole crew, and he's really someone I enjoy working with. Actually, Taylor's with me. He brings a lotion costume with him to tour and has someone go in. And Taylor actually for one of his shows,
like a mascot kind of.
Yeah, it's really dope. And he has like a bottle of lotion like squeezing people's hand. It's pretty insane.
That's something. All right.
Yeah. He's really dope. I was planning on booking for a show in Wisconsin before. I just don't know how I want to market it because he's not like a big enough household name to be like, oh, let's go see Big Lotion. But I feel like if I market it a certain way, people will be like, bro, I'm going to go see this just because I want to see this.
Yeah.
But Taylor actually went in the lotion costume was Lotion for one night.
Nice.
So he actually performed in Appleton with, he opened up for DJ Paul and Disney, right? Taylor was in the costume for that, so I was both pretty insane. But yeah, those are a couple of people I love working with for sure. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of others, like I said, but I'll just leave it to those.
Yeah. Do you have any career advice you wish you could share with yourself 5 years ago? Maybe now.
Oh, Career advice. I wish some of the stuff I was doing now I would have done earlier, and not to make it sound bad, but I wish I didn't just put all my energy just into artists. I'm happy I did, but I wish I would have put more into myself too. The only, the only other career advice I got, for myself.
Yeah, you're talking to yourself 5 years ago, and you're like, "Yo, Gutt, this is what you should be doing. This is what I learned."
I wish I would have found Alex Craig, my engineer / videographer, sooner, because I knew who he was, but we just honestly I just didn't link with him. I do that to a lot of people. I just don't link with them, not because I don't want to at all. It's just, oh, I will. I keep pushing it off. I wish I would have with him, because everything he's done with me, that's elevated everything. He's the one that shoots all my TikToks, a lot of my artists' music videos, records damn near all my artists. And I already was there before then, but he definitely made it like even way better.
Yeah, some of those connections, you don't realize until later. So I mean, that's some good advice there. Looking a little bit more at your social medias now. I know we were talking about this a little beforehand, but Facebook here you don't use much of. I think your Facebook page there is Lil Gutt Promotions. Is there a different one, or is that the only one you got there?
Taylor runs my Facebook.
Is that Lil Gutt?
What's my Facebook? He said, "Look at I don't know if I should say this or not, but I don't run my Facebook. I don't run my TikTok.
Okay.
People run it for me. I run my Instagram though.
I mean, a lot of people wish they could have somebody run their shit for them. So I mean,
Yeah, it's a little bit promotion.
Lil Gutt Promotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Facebook, it's funny. He was just telling me this because I don't check it. I get 20 views a day on my Facebook. When's the last time we made a post?
To be honest, yeah, I was looking. It's been dry for a moment. I think it's been at least a year or so for sure.
I think it's been more than that.
August 2023.
2023.
We made a post then.
It was just you changed your profile.
What's the actual post?
January 28th, 2022.
2022 was the last time I made a post, and we probably were barely posting then. And he said I still get you said like 20, 30 viewers a day, something like that.
Yeah.
So people still check this page. Like when he told me, I'm like, I mean, 23 views is not that much, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, that
More than zero.
like 30 people a day check my Facebook. I haven't posted in 2 years. And I don't even be on I haven't changed my regular Facebook profile picture since 2018.
Damn.
My picture on Facebook's me in 6'9" and that's still my profile picture.
That's crazy. That's a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not really on Facebook. Like I check my feed here and there.
I guess, what are your thoughts on Facebook? I mean, just overall, what do you think?
I'm gonna say something kind of mean. I feel like the only people that post on Facebook are like old, like dads, moms, or like people that are broke. Like people that are, I'm sorry, Taylor, I know you post something. People that are broke, bro. That's always, every time I go on Facebook, bro, I always see people, I'm like, they're either on hardcore drugs or they got nothing going on. That's the people I only see in my feed. So I'm like, this is all I see every day. So like, I'm not trying
to scroll that.
And what am I trying to join in for? And that, I mean, maybe that's just where I'm looking at the time. I could just be a hater, and who knows? But like, that's just what I feel like Facebook is. It's just like, I don't know. It's
Definitely that older demographic for sure. So,
Twitter, people I find on Twitter are either trolls or people who are making money. Facebook is just people who are broke or on drugs or old people who could have money. Instagram, that's just everything.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But Twitter is where you be finding some sharks who make money.
Okay, so I don't have much on Twitter, so I guess we'll talk about that real quick. Do you have a Twitter page?
No.
No. Okay. Do you have a personal one and look through it, or?
I have a Twitter. I have a Twitter that I will not show to the public.
Right. Okay.
I'll say that. That's
right.
Some of my friends know. But that's it.
All right. We'll keep it there.
I used to have a regular Twitter. I deleted it. I don't even know why.
I think it's kind of a dead social media at this point. There's some on there, but yeah, it's
Twitter's for sports and for stocks.
yeah. Quick information, yeah, those are two things.
And I'm into sports, and I'm not gonna say I'm into stocks, but I'm definitely hip to them, and I haven't stuff invested, but my shark for stocks is in the room as well. So yeah.
So looking over at Instagram here, you have @LilGutt. Just going over a couple of the posts that you got on here. You don't manage this page as well. You got a page manager for Instagram?
No, I run my
Instagram. Okay.
Some of my other pages, I have multiple other pages, like Lil Gutt Promotion. Some of those I manage with other people.
Okay.
But my just normal Lil Gutt page that I post on every day is all me.
That's all you.
No one has that password.
All right. So I went back to when we did our last interview and just took some of the posts that you've posted since then. So you met Mike Tyson, posted a picture with the GOAT back on May 10th. So where'd you meet him and how was that interaction?
That was in Minnesota. They did like a promotion for the Jake Paul fight which still has been postponed. There's a lot of other stuff I could be posting on Instagram too, but I don't know. I'm the type of person, I have so many pictures I can post, and then I'm like, if I post this one, then I feel like I have to post this one, I have to post this one, I have to post this one. But that was Mike Tyson. I kind of
You gotta post Mike Tyson.
yeah, you know what I mean. It was dope, and when I met him too, I was like, it was not like a long interaction, but it was a decent interaction. I went up to him like, oh, what's up, Mike? I'm happy to see you. I came from Green Bay to see you, and he said from Wisconsin, but he said so from Wisconsin, but imagine that in his voice, how insane that sounded. He was like, Wisconsin, you know what I mean? I can't do his voice that well, but it was the most insane thing just hearing that. Cause I wasn't laughing in his face, but when I was done talking, I was kind of started laughing. I'm like, dog, that's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Did you do like a meet and greet or something at an event?
It was kind of like that. It was a little more to it.
Okay,
basically.
So I saw you were promoting your Boys and Girls Club charity basketball game on your page here.
Yeah, I had 2 of them. I didn't post pictures for the second one just because I felt like the pictures in the second one were so similar to the first one. I was just like, I don't need to post both. But yeah, it was
Team Gutt, Team AMD. You raised money to go to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yep.
Yeah, so talk about that.
Yeah, so we have a group chat full of a decent amount of artists, and everyone feels like they're the best at everything back and forth. And I'm a sports head, so I was like, all right, let's do a basketball game. So we did a draft. We drafted the teams, like made a whole official. Everyone had, I don't know if you looked at the picture, but everyone had jerseys their last name.
Yeah.
Like, and they were nice. Yeah, they were nice jerseys, like official, like both Bucks jerseys. We wore alternate jerseys back and forth. And yeah, I don't remember the score. I think the first game we won by like, I want to say like 38 points. Our team won. And the second game I think we won by like 22. Damn. So we beat them both times pretty good. So. I don't think we're doing a third one. Just if we do, we'd have to change up the teams because like it's just gonna.
Yeah, it's gonna be same.
We're just gonna keep blowing them out. You know what I mean?
Do you have any more charity events in the works here? Or plans?
So I'm planning on not a sporting event. We were gonna do a football game, but it just kind of it was like it just kind of didn't work on the schedule. Maybe we'll in the future. We haven't decided yet. I am doing something that I haven't really announced. This will be the first time I'm talking about it. I'm working on it with Elion. Like I said,
yeah, he's been in the chat here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. He's kind of my guy who I'm not gonna say he comes up with a lot of the ideas, but like I've run most of my ideas by him, and then he kind of tweaks my ideas. That's what he's been doing really good with. Like, and he's one of the only people that will actually like give me actual advice because most people just be like, oh yeah, well let's do that. You know what I mean? And yeah, but I'm doing a thing called Gutt's Food Drive. So I'm doing, you know what Paul's Pantry is? I don't know if you know this, but it's like Green Bay. It's like
local thing there.
Yeah, and I'm working on partnering with them and basically just going to raise a ton of food. I'm not going to go the whole scale of how we're going about it yet just because like there's no need for me to explain it. It's kind of basic what it is. But yeah, that's what we're working on next. So
nice.
I'm hoping we're going to do that in August. It doesn't really matter when we do it at the end of the day. But that's kind of what we're aiming for. So
yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. You're doing those events and whatnot.
Yeah, I honestly, when I first did the basketball game, and it's gonna sound kind of weird like this, I was like, yeah, it's cool, I'm doing it for charity, but I just wanted to play basketball. That was the main reason, to be honest with you. But after I did that, I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of fun giving back, so I want to do more. I mean, I've always been the type to give like homeless people. If I run into someone who's homeless, I mean, a lot of my friends will be like, oh, why are you doing all that? Like, whatever the money I have, I'll just boom. I'm more willing to give it out, and I'm more willing to give back to people because I'm very valid financially, so I like to give back to people who are less fortunate and help out any way I can. So I've been trying to do more and more of that.
Yeah,
so.
It's good-hearted with it. Yeah, good intentions behind it.
It's really fun too. I honestly kind of when I first did it, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But now I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty fun.
Yeah. So back on August 2022, you had one of your artists, Young Sage, open up for NLE Choppa. So how did this opportunity come? You got any stories from that?
Yeah. So I knew the promoter is my boy Kevin, and I know a lot of promoters, so and we're all tight, and we were just chopping it up. I was like, hey Sage, you want to do different shows, and I was like, this opportunity I can get you, and yeah, he opened up for NLE Choppa, and yeah, it went really well. It was in Minnesota, and yeah, it was fun. I mean, I know that's probably not the best story, but that's what it was.
Just like grabbed a couple of your posts, figured I would see if we
No, yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of different artists, had a lot of artists. Either I'll sell a lot of different people, like not necessarily be like my artists, and we've had my own artists open for a lot of people. And yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's dope going to different cities, opening up for bigger people, and I like things like that more because it's actual like big industry artists. I feel like a lot of people, and we kind of went over this a little bit in the DJ period. Yeah. I feel like a lot of artists will see a name and they'll just be, oh, I want to buy it, open up for someone. I feel like you gotta put a lot more brain into it. Be like, okay, what kind of people are gonna be there? How many people are gonna be there? How relevant is this artist? I feel like instead of spending 300, 500, 600 on a slot to open up for someone, like, not to throw shade at Afro Man, it's the only example I can think of because I feel bogus saying that because I've said this a couple different times. I feel like that's not really going nowhere in my eyes, at least. And then people have their opinions when you could spend 1,000, 1,500, 2 bands, 3 bands, whatever, and open up for someone who's like actual lit big artists and have those kind of fans and something you can really flex. In my opinion, open up for Afro Man is not much of a flex. And like I said, 906 Hammy, right? Like, that's one of my guys. I mess with him. He's not my artist, but we're cool.
Yeah.
Like, I did podcasts. He's been on my podcast. I know his manager. Like, we're all cool. So, like, me saying that, he knows it's not shade because I'm cool with him. It's just my eyes. It's not much of a flex to me because he's been around here so many times. And other artists, it's not even just him. You know, there's artists that nothing to do with Afro Man. To me, it's just not much of a flex to me.
So when you're gauging relevancy and things like that, what do you look for? Or
I
is it
look
just like a vibe.
I don't even care about necessarily how relevant they are per se. Because, like, okay, Rich Homie Quan, right? Rich Homie Quan has been kind of off the radar for a while. I like Rich Homie Quan a lot. But at least I know Rich Homie Quan still can bring a decent amount of people. And it's not like it's a song from 2000 or 1998 or what,
An old hit.
2002. If you're 18 through 24 or 25-year-old artist, you want your fans to be in that general realm. Because those are the people that are actually going to be fans. You know what I mean? Actually go on Spotify. I maybe I'm not hip this, but people are 40, 50 plus. I don't see them. Oh, what's your Instagram follow? What's your, I'm going to, you know, the people are younger. I'm going to post this on Snapchat. I'm going to show all my friends. And then if you get one person be an actual fan of yours, all their friends around them more than likely are going to click up and do it too. If they actually put effort in to do it. Versus when they're older, they're going to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to talk about dinner tonight and then that'll be over with by the next night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's no shade. I would rather someone pay
No, it's
money.
good insight though.
Yeah, I'd rather people pay money to open up for someone who's older or who's maybe not as relevant than do nothing. I just feel like people and all this is gambling. This is all aspects. Well, I say this all the time. People gamble. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring up $50 or $100 at the casino." You realize if you lose $100 5 times at the casino, you lost $500. But if you bring $500, you actually have an actual chance, more in my eyes, because if you lose $50, $100, you can still fight back.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I look at it with these slots. Okay, you spend $500 4 times for these artists. You could just spend the $1,500,000 for something way bigger and gain way more.
No,
But you
that's
get
good,
scared because the number's bigger.
Yeah.
That's same in gambling. People will lose $50, $100 5, 6 times. Act like it's not a big deal. Only lost $100. Well, you really just lost $500, $600. You just
Spread it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing with gambling, with sports. People will put, oh, I'm only betting $20 on this parlay. And trust me, I bet lots of money on parlays or done the 10, 20. Okay, if you lose 5 $20 parlays that are probably not going to hit, you're going to win 3,000 hits. You still lost $100. Or you could put $100 on a game, straight bet, just one game that you're probably going to hit. I tell this to Taylor all the time, and he's finally kind of getting in on it. I'm like, bro, straight bet. If you want to win in sports gambling, straight bet. One game is the actual key to really winning. And these parlays, there's a reason why these companies like FanDuel, DraftKings are promoting parlays so much, because they want you to do them, because they know it's less likely you're going to win. There's a reason behind it.
Okay.
That's why
A little bit of
people,
business behind it.
yeah, that's like roulette. You know, people, they'll always be like, the dealer, oh, what's your numbers? These companies, oh, pick your numbers. There's a reason why they want you to bet numbers. Yeah, if you hit the number, you're going to win a lot of money, but you're less likely to hit them. In the long run, you're going to lose your money.
Yeah.
There's marketing and science to all this. You know, there's a lot of tricks casinos do. You notice in a casino, there's no windows, there's no clocks.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Because they want you to walk around in circles and
Dude,
and
the casino we went for your birthday, we were trying to leave it. I'm like, where the hell's the exit? Like, they got that shit all warped around. I was like, bro, this is a maze.
They make you fight to get out, but make it easy to get in.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll
That's
have
the
every
down. Yep, they got you front row, red carpet roll out.
There's a reason, and they pump extra oxygen in there, so you don't be as sleepy. There's a lot of tricks, and it's just like a music. But people don't take the time, effort with either aspect to actually think, and I'm a thinker.
Yeah.
So
Definitely, dude. I think you got some good insight there. I want to bring this back to Instagram real quick. I am curious.
yeah, my fault.
What do you? No, you're good. You're good. What do you like about Instagram, or maybe not like that you think is a good?
I like Instagram because I feel like, well, I like the reels a lot. I feel like I like Instagram also because I feel like the things I enjoy come to my feed, and so I keep coming back to it. And I feel like on Facebook, I see. So here's the Instagram, right? if I follow someone, a picture's gonna pop up, right?
Yeah.
I can like the picture, not like the picture, scroll by it. Facebook, I'm gonna see post, share this, share that. Versus Instagram, it's just gonna be on a story. Facebook, you share it, it'll be actual on your timeline too.
Taking real estate up.
Facebook's harder to avoid stuff. You're gonna keep seeing stuff. Instagram, it's a lot easier for me. It'll show me exactly what I want to see, and that's why I like it. I don't know. I just feel like Instagram is more of like you can have fun on Instagram, or you can be really professional on Instagram. Facebook, I don't. Who am I gonna market and talk to on Facebook unless it's my homies?
Right. Yeah.
Instagram, I can reach out to someone, actually talk to someone. I don't know. That's my opinion. Not to hate on Facebook, because I mean, so, I don't really care.
It's got its flaws for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were all Facebook people at one point.
At one point. Looking at YouTube now, your YouTube handle is at LilGutt76, or just Lil Gutt if you search there. Your most recent upload was just a few days ago, actually, for Jacob Schultz, On My Level. A well-done music video, some shots actually done at the 2024 Summerfest. So who did you have film this music video?
So it was my boy Craig, I was just telling you about, and Media Plug. I don't know if you remember that was, but
I remember the name, yep.
He moved to Oklahoma, he moved back.
Oh, really?
So that I'm very, very happy about that, my dad. So I have both of them together, and they filmed together. And it's a really good video. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I mean,
You doing a lot of music videos lately, or is they come kind of?
we got some we're sitting on. We have, so I don't want to get too in depth with it because I told you a little about camera. We're working on getting this spot. We'll figure it out. If we get this spot, I'm thinking we're gonna crank out 100 times more music videos.
Okay. You're gonna build like a spot, like a room or something. You can.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So there, if not, we still will, but it'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do want to get back to it because I used to drop a music video a week, and no one will ever be able to touch what I used to do, because I used to have music video every single week. You can go back, scroll way back my channel, you'll see it week after week after week.
Yeah.
People were not
consistent with it.
People aren't even dropping 2-3 songs a month. I was dropping a video every week, so I will stand on that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you also uploaded recently a couple of your podcast episodes, Gutt Talk, and you currently have just 12 episodes there, but interviews with 906 Hammy, Lost Soul, Midnight Monty, K, 920 Pablo, Young Sage, T Wood, just to name a few there. So if somebody hasn't checked out your podcast, what could they expect listening in?
I'm dropping one tomorrow.
You are dropping one tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been a little off. It's same kind of thing, the building that I've been talking about. We're trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Then it's kind of holding us back on a lot of things, but if we get what we think we're going to get, then it's going to make it 100 times better. And yeah, though, I did some interviews with them. There was another person on there, Steve Newbold, who's he played indoor football, so he was a football player too.
Okay.
The interview I'm dropping tomorrow, I'll just say his name's LaTroy Guyon. He was actually played for the Packers, played for the Vikings.
Oh, cool.
Went to Florida State, and he was actually a really good player too. He wasn't like some just backup player, and so I did an interview with him, and we're gonna upload that tomorrow. So I'm trying to do some more football player interviews, and I do have some more interviews coming up with some other people.
So what's the podcast, I guess, I don't want to say angle, but like who are you looking to try and get on, the people of interest or just whoever you want to talk to?
So first I wanted to make it just kind of a lot of local people. I felt like you guys were kind of the only platform for the most part that really gave artists, interview. And I just kind of wanted to be a secondary platform with more like the camera work and make it a little just more on YouTube based, which is because you guys do kind of everything. Just like this is kind of like a DJ Vlad, kind of like stuff like that. This is where you watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And but I really wanted to make it more football related. It's just I have so many things going on at once that we're kind of just holding back on a lot to try to put us all in one spot. So, but it's fun for sure. The funny thing about my interviews is I don't write anything down.
You're just off the top.
Yeah, the whole time. So I don't write any subject down. I don't do any research.
That's bold.
Yeah. So every single thing I've done is, if you watch them, like I just talk.
How do you think that flows? Do you think it's better or worse, or?
I've never done the other way.
No. Okay, so it's all you've known.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it works for me. I like it like that only because then I feel like I'm not structured to anything. Whatever comes up, comes up. Obviously, some of the interviews, like, you can tell which ones it works a little better for and some I'm fighting harder for. Because then I'm kind of relying on the person beside me to, all right, you got to, like, talk a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like it more like that because I feel like it's a little more original. But I see no problem with the way writing stuff down. I think it's way more professional the way you do it. I mean,
I've never like done off the cusp, so that would scare me because I've been doing this for 4 years. But dude, I think it's a good way to do it too. I mean, just as it flows and whatnot, you just see how it comes.
I got it from I was in speech class in
Okay.
school and did the speech with debate class and stuff like that. and everyone used to like write stuff out for debates or the speech class, and I just didn't.
Just wing it. Yeah.
And so that's just how I've always done it, and I just feel like it works better for me.
Yeah.
It was like one of my homies, Brock, got married, and everyone had these fat speeches typed up, like the best man, bride. I didn't have anything. I just walked up and just started talking.
Damn. Yeah, that takes confidence for sure.
Yeah, no, so that's kind of like my thing, I guess.
So is this podcast only on YouTube?
Yeah, it's only on YouTube. We thought about putting other plats. I don't know. It was kind of also a thing where I got a lot of views on YouTube. I probably got like 300,000 or 400,000.
Yeah, you got some good traction on those.
Yeah, so I kind of want to keep it on there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try and get this one up. You were actually the one that I was like, all right, I got to figure out how to get it recorded well for YouTube to put on.
I'm
there.
kind of passionate on the YouTube.
Yeah, it's a good platform. I mean, pretty much everybody's on YouTube at this point. It's one of those platforms that it's universal with it. So.
No, 100%. So I'm just passionate on that.
So looking at TikTok quick, you say you don't post more here. You got a manager though that works on posting some content. Yeah. Your handle is LilGutt76 there.
I'm telling you, the TikTok, when I have a lot coming, I'm telling you, like, don't be surprised that TikTok next time you look in a couple months is like significantly like everything, like, because the views I have are valid and the followers I have and everything in there is valid, and that's like for very, very minimal effort.
Okay.
Like all the videos are mainly street interviews. I would just like walk into a place and just like walk up and just like put a mic in someone's face.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about those a little bit. I'm curious on the 76. I see that on some of your handles.
Yeah.
What's that number?
Oh, so that was my number when I played football.
Okay.
So it's just kind of been my basketball jersey number for the charity game was 76. My football number is 76, so it's just 76. It's just always been my thing.
Okay, yeah, I was curious on that point. But yeah, your highest viewed TikTok is actually a street interview caption. We found the X. So how did you start doing these interviews here?
So I would just come up with funny, like, controversial questions. I would be like, I go up to somebody like, what would you do if your ex was here right now? Or like, what's something you don't want your mom to know about you? Like different ones like that. And I went to this girl. I was like, what would you do if your ex here right now? She kind of looks scared. He is. I was like, you have to show me where he is. So she kind of showed me. I went up to him and interviewed him about her right in front of her.
Oh God.
It was like, so how was she? I can't remember bar for bar how it went. But I was like, how was she as a girl? And it was mad awkward. Like he could tell he did not want to do this at all.
Right. Yeah.
And I kind of felt bogus after because I just ran at this dude who just shoved the mic in his face, be like, all right, talk to me. So
just out here trying to have a good time. And
right.
Good.
Yeah, right. I'm just shoving the mic in his face, and it was funny too because we edited this part. And I ran up to the dude. There was another guy who was like, "Yo, Gutt, are you interviewing people on TikTok?" I didn't even know the guy. I'm like, hold on, I'm trying to do this. It was really funny, but yeah, those are fun to do. I just kind of slowed down those a little bit because I felt like they were getting repetitive. So I kind of went in the lab. I went in the lab of like everything. That's why I kind of was like the shows, the TikToks, everything. And I kind of went in the lab for a couple months. I was just like talking to Craig mainly because that's kind of like my guy for this. I'm like, this is where we're gonna do this. That's why I messaged you. I think I messaged you as the calm before the storm because I said it's about to get crazy.
Yeah.
Like about to get really, really crazy. So
I mean, just what you got going on. We're gonna be talking about the merch here a little bit. Yeah, dude, you got some some plans going on. It's going crazy here.
Also, you remember the old T-shirts I had?
Yeah.
The merch. I got another one of those coming too. So I'm gonna do like, and there's a store called Playground. It's in the mall in Green Bay. It's like a trendy kind of like upscale clothing store, and they're gonna have my clothes in there again. So
well, yeah, let's talk about that right away. What do you got going on with merch here?
All right, so I got this hat brand that's called Crate.
Here, hold it up a little bit. Mike's turned away.
Right there. So it's like limited run of these hats. My homie Taylor and Blaze, they got them right now too. So
nice white.
Yeah, it's really basic. It just says create, and the story behind it is we create everything we do. We create everything in life. Everything you choose, you create. So if you want to be rich, you create. If you want to be broke, you create. If you want to be fat, you create. If you want to be skinny, you create. If you want to win, you create. If you want to lose, you create it. Everything in life you create yourself, and that's how you do it.
I like that.
Very simple.
That. What kind of items do you have?
Just the hats.
Okay.
It's just a limited run to see how they do. I personally not much of a hat person. So it's kind of weird for me to sell hats. I don't really wear them myself. It's just way my hair. My hair is really thick. I get thin by every 2-3 weeks. I get a haircut.
Okay.
I know it's very excessive. My mom be roasting me about all the time. Like every 2-3 weeks, I get a haircut. But so that's why I don't like wearing hats. But it's just something I think it's cool, simple design, and I haven't really posted them. I kind of waited for this to even present them.
Oh yeah.
Just cause my homies have them, and we're gonna see how that does. And then I'm gonna bring out my Lil Gutt T-shirt and put them up in the store, sell those.
Same ones you had before or new?
Oh, they'll be different for
Okay.
sure. And then we'll see how those both kind of go over. This could be a type of thing where, you know, I have 100 of them right now. That's all I have. I might sell them all. I might not ever put out this brand ever again. I might keep doing it, kind of just see how it goes from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm trying to make them relatively cheap as I can. To try to, I'm not really doing it much for the money aspect. It's just kind of like I just want to see how people like it.
Yeah.
So
I guess if somebody wants one, where should they hit you up or...
just DM me. I don't have a site or nothing yet. We there's been talks of that, but I feel like honestly, bro, if I just post these, they're probably gonna
Right.
go kind of quick. So I feel like making a site and putting them all up is kind of just counterproductive.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it not working like I'm thinking, like oh people are not messing, then yeah, I'll probably go from there, make like a Shopify or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I mean, those online stores, they're easy to set up, but I mean, they take resource too. So
Yeah.
are you creating them in house or
No, I got
Done.
someone.
Yeah.
Got all.
No, they look nice though. I mean, good quality, and I do like the orange. It kind of stands out right there in the message behind it, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody buys that, they'd be proud to wear that off and be like, yo, I create what's around me kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. So
Yeah, pretty simple, but I think it's good there. So, merch. Before we get into your book here, you had said something about a business partner. Do you want to talk about?
Well, yeah, that was Elion actually. So I did get into it. So basically everything I do going forward, for the most part, is gonna be do with him. So and I'm planning on. I haven't talked to a lot of my artists. I'm gonna be essentially having him kind of help manage all my artists. I'm gonna have him help manage my brand, help manage every aspect of me. He might have maybe not every single thing, but he more like will have a piece of it and a piece in it. I mean, I met Elion. He just started out, actually, he's just another guy who bought slots for me as an artist. Just another
cool.
artist like anyone else. And, you know, he bought a slot and in Milwaukee. And he did his thing. No, not Milwaukee. I'm tripping. Oshkosh did his show. And yeah, man, he did his thing. My fault. My homies over there make me laugh. They're doing way too much right now. But yeah, they did bought a slot in Oshkosh. He did his thing on the show. We kind of just got closer from there as friends. And yeah, and then he kind of was more interested in the back end and the management and the business aspects. And yeah, and I was just like, all right, bro, like, do you want to work with me? Do you want me to just kind of teach you some stuff? And he was more interested in working with me, and then we just went from there.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll transition then over. You got a book coming out.
Yes, sir.
What's
So I got a book. It's a children's book. The demographic is 4 to 6 years old. It was something I always had in the back of my head to do, and one day I was just like, all right, I might as well just do this. Like whatever, I'll just write this quick. And I'm not gonna say it's the best book ever written of all time. I'm not gonna say I'm a writer by no means, but I did it. It's written. All I'm waiting now is to get illustrations made.
Okay.
And I got everything kind of set up for it. Now I just have to get that aspect of it, and I'm gonna put it out. And I've had two different thoughts. So one, I thought about making a limited amount, kind of like the hats.
Okay.
See how it goes. My other thought is I actually really like the book, so I actually like it. And I'm not saying I don't like the hats, but like I don't wear hats, but I'm really passionate about this book.
Okay.
My other thought is like really going in deep with it, like really trying to actually do something with it.
Yeah.
And I haven't decided which angle to do yet. But the book's written, it's done. They both read it, so I mean.
So what can you tell us about the book? I mean, giving it all away.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a kind of a corny name, but it's Gutt Saves the Day.
Okay.
An aspect of the book is basically me saving the day.
Okay.
That's all I'm willing to say right now, because I don't want to leak too much, because
Right.
I'm just putting out the actual concept of the story. But yeah, it's something where I envision, people, a lot of people my age, younger, older than me, or having kids, or they're about to have kids. So I envision them having this book, reading their kid, and I even reach out to a couple people who I know who are teachers,
Okay.
and and be like, oh hey, would you be willing? They said yeah, I'd be willing to put it in, like and I've had some more advanced conversations about it, and I've
Doing like the whole hardcover.
yeah, I'm probably gonna go paperback, just
Paperback.
because the money aspect of it.
Cheaper,
But
yeah.
there are some people who are like been passionate, like, oh, I need a hardcover. I'm like, all right.
You can do a limited run of the hard because of cover. I mean, kids are rough. Let's be real. They're gonna
Yeah.
beat the shit out of those books sometimes.
No,
So
right,
they give a little
exactly.
protection, but
But yeah, no, I'm definitely it's gonna be a lot of kind of like picture book too. It's gonna be like page picture.
yeah.
So
Do you have like a style of art, or have you not got it back yet, so you don't? Quite
yeah, we got some things
Okay.
back and forth. I'm trying to, because I'm not an artist myself. But I'm trying to get as much involved in it as I can without like being too much where they can't even do their thing. And that's kind of where we're at right now.
Okay.
So
I do want to ask: are you gonna put your legal name or Lil Gutt on there as like the author?
wow, that's funny. I actually never thought of that. That's crazy. I never even actually thought about that. I don't even know what I wrote for my name on it. I think I wrote my actual name.
Okay.
That's crazy though, because I've never been asked that, and I never even thought about that one time. Yeah, I'll probably put my actual name though.
All right. Idea when it might be out?
I mean, it's ready to come out now. It's out of my hands now.
Okay. Just
So
kind of waiting.
yeah,
All right.
it's time consuming and it's a lot more expensive than I thought too. So, but I'm in too deep, so there ain't no pulling the plug now.
Yeah. Are you a big reader yourself? Read a
No.
lot of books? No.
No, I'm an article reader. I read like articles. I read news. I'm big into politics too. I just
Okay.
don't talk about much because
Right.
that's edgy.
Yeah.
But
Messes with business sometimes.
no, yeah, no, for sure. But yes, I'm a reader, but not like a book reader.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's, most older people. You don't got time for a full book, but read the news or whatever. Yeah, whatever pops up there. So looking at the future here a little bit, 5 years out, where do you wanna be? Where do you want your endeavors to take you here?
There's a lot of lanes I feel like this could go.
Mm-hmm.
One lane is I get one of my artists signed to like a major label. I've had distribution deals. I've done stuff like that. Like Sage, I had Sage to a distribution deal for Hocus Pocus Part 2. That's why that song has so many streams on
Oh,
it.
okay.
For people who didn't know that.
It's a great song. I do like that one.
Yeah. That's one lane I could see myself going. Another lane I could see going is if this betting really goes the lane I think it will. Maybe really hinging more on that. But I don't want to abandon anything.
Yeah.
That, and then obviously any of these other little things that I've been talking about in between. But 5 years, I mean, I don't know. I want to say I'll be out of Wisconsin, but like I had opportunities to leave. It's not like I have to stay.
Not chained here or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but I like where I live. I like where I'm at. So
Yeah.
I honestly, like, I say this, and I don't think some people like when I say this, but like I'm pretty valid where I'm at. Like I'm not saying I'm content because I obviously could do better, but like I'm satisfied at the same time.
That's good though. Yeah.
I don't want to be too satisfied though.
Right. Yeah. Gotta keep pushing. Little pain never hurt.
No, right on.
Assuming all the basics are included now, hypothetical here. What 2 items would you want to bring on a tour bus to keep you occupied? Maybe going with an artist that you have signed or something.
2 things to
Keep you occupied on the tour bus.
just my phone.
Oh, we'll say that's essential. Yeah, you're not gonna
Okay.
leave cross country without your cell phone.
Okay, I was about to say.
Don't game at all.
I do, but
Madden.
that's the only game I really play. But I don't play much Madden as I used to. I used to play a lot. I mean, probably like a TV, I guess.
TV.
So I can like throw on podcasts on YouTube. I guess TV and Xbox, I guess.
Right.
I don't know how much I'll game, but at least be able to watch certain things like that. I was gonna say football, but I feel like not a lot of people are gonna be playing catch with me outside the bus.
Right. Yeah.
So I feel like I'd just be kind of like, oh, this is cool.
Hey, you want to go play ball? No.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't know. I don't think it wouldn't be as useful.
Yeah. Who's a celebrity you would want to meet? Currently alive.
I met pretty much everyone I want to meet except, I mean, there's like a handful of people maybe. I've never met Lil Wayne. I've never met Youngboy. I've never met Rick Ross. It's probably the only 3 people I can really, because like professional athletes, I don't post them. I've met like a lot of NFL players, like a crazy amount, and a lot of people that not just like back players. I met a lot. I don't take pictures of everyone, or if I don't post them because I just be blowing up my feed.
Yeah. Right.
But like a lot of people. So those are probably the 3 for sure.
Yeah, those would be 3 good ones to meet.
Yeah, I mean, there's some other people that I just can't think of, but those are the first 3 that just popped in my head like that.
Okay. We're gonna get a little political, but not too deep here. You're the governor of Wisconsin and have the power to change one thing about the state. What would you want to focus on?
Well, you remember way back, I wanted to be the mayor.
I do remember that.
You
I
do
think that was
remember
the
that.
last podcast.
You do remember that? I still want to do that.
Still want to run?
I still want to. I just feel like it was a weird thing where like I was really passionate and I kind of forgot I wanted to do it, which sounds like how you passionate forgot. And I remember one day I'm like, I still want to do that, and then I looked, and then like they just like elected the mayor like 3 months before. I was like, damn, I just missed my window. That was my chance. Because it was every time I wanted to do it, I'm like, oh man, they have this many years. Like, okay, I'll wait. So I really messed up my window. What would I change? I changed the gaming tax in the casino
Okay.
for the state tax.
Yeah, too high.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I don't really play slots, so it doesn't, I guess, affect me too much. But I would still change that because I feel like, I'm pretty sure it's like 38% or 40%.
Jesus.
That's horrible.
That's pretty high. Damn, that's pretty high. I didn't realize it was that high.
That's highway robbery.
Yeah.
I'd change that.
All right, so as we approach the end of the show here, I do have one more question for you, and that's what separates you from the rest of the pack, or what do you think separates you from the rest of the pack?
I don't think there's much of a pack because
You are definitely one in your own lane.
I will stand on it, and not to throw shade at other promoters. I think easily the best promoter in the state. I think easily, and
I'd agree.
I'm pretty passionate on that because I can book big artists, or I can do local shows. I can do local shows, just local people, and bring 300-400 people. I've done it double-digit times. It's not like I did it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've done it. So I always think that, and I feel like a lot of people, promoters-wise, be so focused in on the wrong aspects of it that they'll be like, they'll either... See, here's the thing. Some artists hate this, but when I do my slots, I don't do these 15, 20-minute slots because people don't want to sit there for 15, 20 minutes. I do 3 or 4 songs. Some artists hate that. They'll be like, damn, I'm really doing a slot for 3 or 4 songs. There's a reason why those 3 or 4 songs, those people turn up so hard and will stay around, and so many people come to shows and stay. Because if you don't know someone, you don't want to sit there for 15, 20 minutes. That's a long time. People do not realize how long that is. And some artists be like, oh, Gutt, I'm paying this, or if it's pay or not pay for 3 songs, I'm like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. It's your choice. I think that's the biggest formula of why my shows work, because they're good. I bring good artists. They're short slots, and we turn the people up, and we put 6, 8 artists. See, when you look at a lineup, it's 8, 10 artists. Everyone's doing 15, 20 minute slots. That's a very long time, and people aren't gonna stay. People are going to leave. But if you do 6, 8 artists, you're doing 3, 4 songs, people will be there the whole time. They'll turn up. Because if you only have 3 songs.
You got to pick your best.
Yeah, I mean, you pick your 3 best songs. Those people are going to turn up really hard for those songs. And then those people will actually be more willing to follow you and know your music and be a fan of yours. Versus if you perform 15, 20 minutes and then they get bored and then they're like, oh, okay. Well, that person wasn't as good as we thought they were.
Yeah.
People don't. Like I said, it's like the whole perspective of everything. There's a perspective of all this music, and if you sit back and like actually calculate and think more, you'll be a lot better off in all aspects. But yeah, I mean, that's how it separates me. I think a lot of things separate me. I feel like when I moved to Wisconsin, I was a new kid, you know what I mean? And it's kind of off topic, but I got pretty well known for wrong reasons because I got into a fight in 2015. And I got posted a World Star 30-second fights. And it racked up like 33 million plus views.
Damn.
And a lot of people knew me because of that. And I'm not saying that was like a good reason. But because of that, I got a lot of people knowing me. And a lot of people knew me. So that kind of pushed everything else I had going on. I mean, I had literally one of the Packer players who I didn't even know him like that, but I knew him. And he said he saw me. He knew me.
From the clip.
Yes.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And that was a big thing that propelled myself. And I really wish, honestly, looking back on it, I would have done more with it because at the time I wanted it taken down because this is before I was even doing all music stuff. This is like 2015. So I was just like, I want a job. I want a career. Like, I need this off. I wish I would have been more recent because I could capitalize more off it. But sometimes weird things like that, God works in mysterious ways. Weird things work like that and it works in your favor.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm better than this promoter. No, like there's other good promoters. I'm not saying there's no. I just feel like, you know, there's promoters who put a lot of their money in these ads and book all these artists and do all this work, and I can just bring 6, 7 local artists and I'll have double people there. And that's not that them being bad. It's just
Oh,
it's just how it goes, and that's just how it's always been.
Yeah, I think you've been in the game long enough. You've tried probably multiple different ways to do it. That you got your formula down for it, and I think that's kind of what it is. It's like when it's a Gutt show, you know what to get. Like, it's gonna be a good time. Gonna have some good artists on there, and the shows aren't like falling apart or anything. Like it's a good production the whole way through. So
yeah, no, and trust me, man, I've done big venues. I've done the 400 or 500 cap venues, and I've done. Weren't you at the Muse show in Milwaukee?
Was that art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
like,
the first one we ever went to. Was
yeah, that was like a small room, and it was different, but like it was still a good show. People were turning up the whole time, and the crowd was going crazy. You know, I've done every aspect show, so I know, and I've done shows everywhere, so I know what shows are going to go better, what's going to go worse, kind of how to put them together, how not to put them together, and you know, that's just how it is. And I feel like also a lot of the reason why a lot of promoters aren't successful as me is another thing they can't control is a lot of promoters are older. I'm just as young, not younger than some of these artists. Yeah, remember, I'm not very old.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier too, that I can get people who just like me to go to these shows that are our age versus if your promoter's 30, 40, it's kind of harder, you know? So there's a lot of advantages I have that are not necessarily even because of me doing something special. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I
I
mean,
think that's good. Yeah.
that's pretty much the base of it. But at the end of the day, like, I think people could do what I'm doing. I think people can do it the right way. I just think a lot of artists gotta also realize, and it's tough, and I understand that like a lot of artists don't want to pay for slots, don't want to pay for stuff. But honestly, like, it really, from being strictly a promoter perspective, it makes literally no sense for me to put an artist on. Unless I know they're gonna sell this many tickets, if they're not gonna buy a slot, it's really pointless. Because if you're just gonna show up and bring 3 people, like, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
For me, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like, oh, I want to sell a slot to make this money. It's not even that. It's more the guarantee of, okay, you have 20 tickets. If you don't sell these, at least 15 of them, you're gonna lose money. So people are gonna be more like, oh, I need to bring these people to the door.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
really
good business opportunity. I mean,
that's really the main reason behind it. It's not, I mean, for me at least, I can say, because there's certain artists that I don't charge, but it's like very, very, very few amount, because I know wholeheartedly they will bring these people. But like, people will be like, oh, I'm not paying this for that. The artists that I manage pay to be on my shows. I make them do the same thing, because you're really not paying to be on the show. You're paying to get tickets and sell them, and then I'll give you more tickets. You make money. So long as you're able to bring this amount of people to the show, you'll make money. And I hate to be bogus, but if you live, let's say you live in Green Bay, if you wholeheartedly can't bring 15 people to a show in the city you live in, you should probably rethink some things. And it's a harsh reality, but if 15 people is not a lot. I have artists like Damian Michael.
Yeah.
He's a dog at bringing people to a show. He's a dog. That man can literally bring like 100 people himself.
Damn.
I've seen it. So like, that's someone where like, I'm probably not going to charge him for a slot unless it's like some big show where it's like I have to, but like, because I know he's gonna bring more people. And we've done this song and dance before. I'll give him 30 tickets, he'll sell all of them, then I gotta give him more. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not even doing this. Just take a huge stack of them. Whatever you sell, you sell. You know?
Yeah.
And that's just what he does. He's, of all the artists I work with locally, he probably for amount bringing people off shows, he's number 1, easily. I don't know what he does. I don't know how he does it, but he can. I could book him on a show just him, no one else, and he'll fill the room easily. That's just what he does.
That's a powerful network to have for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sometimes
because
it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's crazy because there's artists who have real streams that stream better than him, but they won't have those people. But and that's a tool I always tell him, like, bro, you realize if you are able to keep doing this, bring that amount of people to shows and keep it over a long haul, like, you're gonna be more successful than anyone else, just because of that aspect alone.
Yeah.
Because promoters will want to work with you every day because they know you're gonna be valid.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, we're at the end of the show here, though, so I do want to open it up. Is there anything that we missed, or any shout-outs you want to do, or, you know, bring up or anything? I mean, the floor is kind of yours here.
Shout out to everyone who supports me, anyone that I work with, anything that I do. Because without the people who do that, I wouldn't be even doing anything I do. And that's pretty much it, because I don't want to get into a huge list of shout out everyone. Yeah. Things we can go over. I think we went over everything. I mean, you had tons of things that I wasn't even thinking I'd talk about anyway. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, just keep tapping in. And I really want people to tap into my TikTok over the next couple months, even though I'm not really on it myself. Because I really think my content on there is going to be what might be the best of anything I've talked about. And that's pretty much it. I mean, tap into anything else you see me posting. You know, by next 2 weeks from now, I could have a whole new thing. That's the thing. I always have something that comes out of nowhere.
Always brewing.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. 2 weeks from now, I might have something totally different. And just keep God first. Just keep grinding. Keep working for whatever you're working towards. And just don't give up, because as long as you never quit, you'll never fail. If you keep dropping music, you're not a failure until you quit. So that's how I keep saying. It don't matter. The baby took 8 years to blow up. So maybe you could do it in 5.
Yeah.
But if you quit, all that money, all that work, all that effort you put in was wasted. And I hate to say it, but that's reality.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I
I
mean,
think
unless you do it
that's
simply for fun. If you do it for fun, then that's a whole different thing. But if you wholeheartedly are trying to actually make it in this, then you got to be willing to sacrifice. You got to be willing to not have maybe all the trendiest clothes, maybe not have the nicest car. You got to, because, that's just how it goes.
Trade-offs. Yeah.
You got to, if you really want something like this, and there's thousands and thousands of people chasing the same goal, something's got to change. You got to separate it. So that's my best advice I can always say. I always tell artists, there's a big decision you make with music. Take it serious for fun. Don't be in the middle, because the middle's the worst spot to be. Because when you're in the enough onto the right, take it serious that you're willing to invest money in. If you're not investing enough, you're just chucking money out the window. At least if you're not wasting money, you're just doing it for fun. At least then it's just it's simply for fun. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think that where you're saying, $100 each time versus $500 up front, like, yeah, that's a great way to put it. I mean, if you're just slowly leaking money out, that you're just gonna lose that. But put it all up front. I think that's one of the things I took away from this interview for sure. Is just put it in if you're going to go in.
I think that's all aspects of life. If you kind of it's like working out. No one that's ripped or absolutely chiseled, like I'm talking ripped, shredded, all aspects, just woke up like that. They did something to get it. And they didn't just go lifting 1 day a week and then eat like shit the rest of the week. They obviously did something to get it. You don't just get a body like that. And that same thing in music. You don't just wake up. Everyone thinks you wake up and blow up. Oh, I posted something. It does not work like that. No one that is up, it worked like that.
And we call those people industry plants.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you can be an industry plant, go crazy.
Yeah.
It's you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing I have to say. Because there's a lot of artists who do that, bro. And they'll open up for, I'm trying to think of another artist. Caskey. I know everyone in this area loves Caskey, right? And I get irritated every time someone brings it up to me. I get pissed. I actually get pissed off. Because, like, that's dope. Once again, it's dope. But, like, bro, like, he performed in Appleton. Okay, if you're performing Appleton at the Bra House at this bar, you're not doing that well. I hate to say it because that sounds so bogus. But, like, if you were signed to Cash Money, you're as big as Caskey was, even though I don't think he was that big, but you shouldn't be there. You're obviously on a decline. There's a reason why you're there. The venue's not that big there.
It is not.
I know how much you made off the show. I'm not going to say that because that's not my business.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, that's not that big. And that's not to throw shade at any people that watch this that open up for him. Like I said, it's better to do that than something else. But it's just, people got to get this. That was the thing I said before the podcast. I said I might say something that might piss people off. And this is the one. Because I know how people feel about him. But, like, to me, that doesn't move me excitement. If you say you move up, if you have a song of Caskey or open up for Caskey, like me personally, it doesn't excite me at all. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean that's facts. But, like, me, like, I don't, at least me, my area, I don't know anyone who listens to the guy. I know around here, there's some people that like him.
He's got his cult following.
Yeah.
I think his fans are hardcore fans.
Yeah, and that's dope. But, like, me, like, I want my arts to be compared to Drake's, to Lil Baby's, to Young Boys. I want that kind of success. To me, if you're performing Appleton, that's not good. He doesn't want to be there. Him himself would tell you, but maybe he wouldn't tell you actually, but people that he's close to would tell you himself, I don't want to do this.
Gotcha.
I'm on the downward spot right now. I want to come back up.
Okay.
That's just reality.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's artists I listen to that are more down bad than him that would love to do what he's done and has doing currently. But that's just reality that people got to realize that if you want to make it as an industry artist, you want to make it to that realm and make it to that far, you got to do stuff that they're doing or do stuff to be around those people. Opening up for people that aren't there or were never there isn't going to get you there. That's just a reality that people have to face. That's like Montana 300. I've done some Montana 300, right?
Yeah.
But he's the same boat as everyone else I just told you. He's never been an industry artist. He never probably will be. He's on downward scale. And that's someone I've done stuff with. So even me, I've done stuff with these people, but I'm not an artist. That's different. I think people gotta. Sometimes you guys, put that money down. Are you gonna really go for this, or are you just gonna do this for fun? If you're just doing it for fun, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you really, really want to push and strive for something, you gotta really, really put your money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's once again no shade. Anyone's open up from no shade to people who booked him. That I just named off. I booked Jumex for a show. Jumex is more down bad than these people. So I booked people worse than these people. You know what I'm saying? So that's, I've done myself. But I'm just saying, if you really, really, really strive for the stars, you got to reach for them. You can't strive for the stars and reach in the dirt.
Yeah.
It's just, you're not. That's like trying to make it in the NFL and you're training twice a week. You're not going to make it then.
Right.
And once again, like I said, it's better doing that than nothing, because that's more than what people open up for these people I just named off, and all this shit I'm probably like, damn, Guts is talking shit. That's way better than what 95% of people are willing to do. So that's still good, but that's still not enough in my eyes.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I think with the who you're bringing in, the target audience, and I think that's one thing a lot of artists can take from here is like definitely look at who you're going to be opening for and see is there any fans that they bring in that you can cross over with.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just want to get on a show with an artist that you like. But like, yeah, I think that in the middle is the trap for a lot of artists where they just get burnt out and quit. Looking at who to perform for and get out of the state, just not performing at the same bar every week or every month kind of thing. You got to expand out a little bit. So
no, and right, and there's some artists that's gonna watch this like, damn, I opened up for all these people he's talking down. I'm not talking down on them. I'm not trying to. That's not what I'm trying. I mean, it probably sounds like I am, but I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, if you want to reach for the stars, you gotta reach for them.
yeah,
That's with anything. That's like investing in the stock market and investing $3. Okay, like you're gonna get what you put into it.
yeah. I guess real quick here, Big Brother X, he's got a question if that's okay. So while you're typing that in real quick, we'll shout that out. Anything else that you want to mention here? Or?
No, I'm just ranting at this point. I'm very, very passionate about certain subjects like that. And I don't want any artist that listens to this or because there's people that I talk to who have done all these moves I just said. And
Yeah.
So I don't want to be like bogus. I don't want to make that.
No, you're being real though. I mean, honestly, it's a good thing to put out there. Even if somebody disagrees with you, at least that opinion's out there. And like, you obviously have some success with it, so some weight to your words here.
No, 100%. And like, I just want to make that clear because I don't want to be a hater. No. That's the last thing I want to be.
We love Gutt around here, no hater Gutt.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of food left on the table, and I think, like JD example, that's an artist who I think he's good, and he doesn't make the style of music I like. I don't even like that kind of music like that. And I've told you I don't really like a lot of conscious rap, a lot of lyrical raps. It makes me sound ignorant, but I don't really. But he's good, and I think he's one that's kind of got to make a decision in his own head, and he'll probably listen to this because I know I'll send it to him. He's got to make a decision kind of in his head, like, all right, am I doing this for fun or am I going all in? There's nothing wrong with just doing it for fun.
No, definitely not.
That's me when I go play football at Tiletown, like this local area. I'm not playing NFL. I'm playing football for fun. Nothing wrong with that. Did he ask the question? Or?
I'm still waiting for it here. So if anything, I'll do some announcements. Shout out quick at the end here, but we'll see if you get your answer in here, big brother. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, dude, it's been great having you in here. Got a pick for your mind here. I think a lot of good info you spilled here. All that sauce on the floor here. So definitely, all the artists go pick that up. But yeah, we'll take you on all our posts. Make sure you guys go follow Lil Gutt on all platforms that he's on there. But thank you for coming in. Episode 131 here with Lil Gutt interview.
131.
We will be having an
third time
interview
here
in 2 weeks. Yes. He's one of few to have 3 interviews on the podcast here. So we'll definitely have him back for a 4th. We'll see where he's at in a couple.
We'll have to do at
months,
some point. We'll do something cool where we can do like maybe not even on here, like a YouTube thing where we can have like different artists come in here. We can have like not like a debate, but like have a extended discussion. We can do something like that too.
Oh, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, just kind of open it up for discussion thing.
Yeah, you can put together too.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
All right, I appreciate y'all. And tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me if you think I was speaking facts or something you didn't like.
Yeah, definitely. We want all the comments in there. Oh, he put it in here real quick. All right, just making the buzzer. Making music is my dream, and I've been grinding and working hard and making my sound different and trying to stand out. My only problem is the doubters. What would you say to all the haters? So if you,
I don't like Eminem. That's all I gotta tell you.
That's all you gotta say?
Sure.
So you're just gonna...
No, think about it. I don't like Eminem. How big is Eminem?
Right, though.
So...
Yeah, no.
despise his music. I can't stand him. I'm very passionate on how much I despise his music. So I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, bro, I'll give you a little extended answer. I guess I can be a little nicer than that. But no, at the end of the day, bro, like the biggest artists in the world are hated on every day.
That's true.
I mean, honestly, if people even talking about you, people take time out of your day to even hate on you, honestly, you're probably doing something right, because that means people listen to this and had enough time in their day to even speak upon you or say something about you. So just keep grinding, bro. And even if maybe your music isn't as good as you think it is now, but keep grinding through it, because every song you make is just gonna get better. Because there's been art songs from my own artists I thought were fire, and now looking back on what they make now, I'm like, oh damn, that was trash. I've never listened to your music, so I can't even speak one way or the other. But that's all I can say. At the end of the day, bro, even if you get 10 million streams and you sell it shows, people are gonna still say you're trash. So
yeah,
I would just
you
not
can't
worry
control
about
what people say, only what you do.
Like I said, I don't like Eminem.
Yeah.
So
I think that explains that a little more for me. I like that answer that you had there. But
Yeah.
appreciate everybody tuning in for episode 131 here. I've been your host, DJ Bank. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram at CWHipHop. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, BVNC925. Make sure you guys check out Reverb Fest as well, reverbwi.com.
Shout out to T.I.
Yes, T.I. He's going to tear the stage up there. Thank you to our sponsors, Chop Shop Barbershop, Garke Global, Elusive 47, Halliewood Recording Company, Halliewood Entertainment, Gutt. We got his sponsor. And yo, go get some hats over there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to our Patreon listener tiers, Tracy Jankowski. We're giving you a 10% discount on our shop, CWHipHop.com/shop. If you want to join or go to patreon.com/CWHH to join today. New question next week as well. Make sure you join in Sunday at 5 p.m. New music posts on Monday. Playlist updated every Tuesday, so make sure you guys check that out. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that. Next interview is with the Elusive 47. That's going to be July 28th, so make sure you guys are here for that. Concerts as well. Check out CWHipHop.com/concerts. We got a lot of concerts around the state. But that's all we got for the podcast here. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back next week. Until then, peace.
Okay. Check.